What? You're going on a parental leave?
No. I'm going to might as well resign.
When are you planning on coming back to work, Tom? You're coming back after a year as you initially planned, right?
May I ask who you are?
Trouble Busters!
Baby, 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 baby. My name is Tom. I'm a terrific young 35-year-old who recently just became a father.
Do you think your paternal leave will be approved?
I'll make sure it happens.
Good. Tim will be happy to be with his daddy.
What I do is nothing compared to raising a baby. She put her life at stake to give birth to our child. I'm going to do whatever it takes to go on parental leave. However...
Will you please be more considerate?
Does that mean you're not approving my parental leave?
I mean, it's okay, but then your colleague Trevor is working hard without the leave, right? How do you feel about that?
Trevor lives close to his parents.
Are your parents still doing well?
They are, but they're old, and they live far away. I can't rely on them.
But I guess parental leave is a worker's right.
Thank you very much. Although the conversation left a sour aftertaste, I was relieved that my parental leave was approved. I went to HR to submit my FLAM request form. I will start my parental leave in a month. Thank you very much, CEO. I'll make sure I'll pay back my gratitude. For the following 2 weeks, I received official written approval for my parental leave, and everything seemed to go well at the time. However, I need you to explain this to me! I discovered that the form that I submitted a month ago hadn't been processed. I also discovered that the written parental leave approval wasn't something that our HR department issued, but it was forged by someone. I'll request it again.
Hold on, you can't do that. I thought you weren't going on parental leave, so I plan on assigning you to a large project starting next month. Although, I still haven't decided on your role yet.
What?
It was because I never received communication from HR that you were going on parental leave. I assumed that you decided not to take it.
But then, I can't believe this approval letter was fake.
I don't know anything about that. I don't want to put it this way, but don't you think that was also your fault for not confirming thoroughly with HR? If I were you, I would have confirmed.
Ugh, I wouldn't have known that the approval letter was forged, though. I decided to talk to Misty about the situation. I thought she'd get mad at me, but...
I see. Just quit then.
What? But then, I won't get paid during my parental leave, and I won't have a job after it.
It's okay.
It's not okay.
I have a plan.
I was shocked to hear Misty's plan. You're so smart.
Right?
Misty's plan was perfect. I can now quit my job without hesitation. There you go. We're parting ways. I'm not letting them get away with this. Trouble Busters! Hello?
When are you planning on coming back to work, Tom?
What?
You're coming back after a year as you initially planned, right?
May I ask who you are?
This is no time to be joking around. This is Isaac from Trumpet's Trading.
Oh, the guy who verbally approved my parental leave, but who's actually against parental leaves. And also the guy who went behind my back to inhibit my parental leave, right?
Oh my god.
Isaac! Did you get a hold of Tom?
Yes, sir.
So, what does Tom want for his gift for parental leave?
Well, I was trying to confirm right now. Tom, I need you to hold for a minute.
We're a healthy company that supports those who go on parental leave. We want to express that stance, not only verbally, but by show and through action.
Oh, what a wonderful consideration, sir.
Of course. The purpose and the value of our company is to contribute to the community and to provide a great place to work for our team members.
Hypothetically, just hypothetically, if anyone doesn't agree with your directions in regard to this, what would you do about it?
Of course! It's such an outdated idea to be against parental leaves, and I won't ever forgive anyone for harassing someone who goes on one too.
Right. I completely understand what you're saying. Hooray to parental leave. I'm grateful to work with such a great company.
Anyway, make sure you ask Tom about the gift, okay?
This is bad. This is really, really bad.
Mr. Isaac, is everything okay?
No, everything is not okay. Did you see the way our CEO was pressuring me?
This is bad. If he ever questions about the fact that you interfere with Tom's parental leave.
I can foresee myself a dark future.
But you did this out of goodwill so that you won't give him special treatment. Why would you get in trouble for this?
I completely agree with you. The heck with parental leaves. But then, since our CEO doesn't think the same way, I need to somehow undo Tom's resignation and make sure he won't talk.
Can't you just come up with a different reason for his resignation?
What if Tom talks to our CEO about the reason why he resigned? Anyway, I'm going to talk to Tom in person after work today. Damn it. Why is this happening to me? I didn't do anything wrong. You should be grateful for our CEO's generosity.
Huh? What generosity? I was only going on my parental leave, which I'm entitled to go on. I don't mind expressing gratitude to our CEO for approving my leave, but the guy in front of me right now is the enemy I hate the most, who secretly nullified my parental leave. Why would I ever express my gratitude for someone like that?
I couldn't help it. Parental leaves are dumb.
Did you just say that parental leaves are dumb?
Yeah, that's why I said it. When I was little, my dad focused on work while my mom raised me. But what is this all about? Parental leave? You gotta be kidding me. People back then were able to work without taking a leave like that.
Things are different today compared to back then. If someone were to tell you on a Friday night.
2-day weekends? There wasn't such a thing when I was younger. People back then used to.
And to negate your 2 days off in the weekends, how do you feel? You'd hate it, right? You just want them to shut up, right? That's exactly what you're doing to me. Do you realize it now? Stop drinking your iced coffee!
Are you sure you want to talk to me like that?
Huh?
What if I still have your LOR with me? What are you gonna do?
Huh? I'm not gonna do anything. Show me my LOR then.
What?
Why do you look like you turned this game? You probably just forgot to process it with HR.
No! I did this for your sake!
If you would ever do anything for my sake, why is it you denied my parental leave?
Well...
You even included me in a project I want to be able to step down from, right? Why'd you do that?
That's because I thought you were a good fit!
What made me fit when I was trying to go on a parental leave a month after? I'd be someone who's least fit out of all of my colleagues.
That's because you decided not to go on a parental leave!
There goes your honesty. It's been evident that you were plotting not to let me take my parental leave, based on what you just said.
What? It's not like you can prove anything.
Well, I guess I can't prove it.
I guess you can't prove it. You can't, and that's it. You need to stop blaming me while you disregard your own lousiness and getting it processed.
It couldn't have been anyone else.
Can you prove it?
I can't. But then, that's not the point. It's not about proving my point, but this is about the approach to this topic. You interfere with my parental leave for malicious reasons, and I know it for sure.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
Okay then, there's nothing for me to talk to you at this point. If you're going to insist that you haven't done anything wrong, you better act confidently.
No need to tell me what to do. I'm already confident.
In that case, you shouldn't have even tried to convince me to stay with the company, or to unwillingly acknowledge that I was entitled to my parental leave. You should have just insisted on your lie that I failed to get my leave processed, and that's why I quit.
Hold on, Tom. Not so hasty. Are you sure about this?
Right back at you. If you really think you did the right thing, you should continue to stay confident the way you are.
Stop being so hot-headed.
Don't ever waste my time for such pathetic reasons.
You just ruined your precious chance, Tom. I wonder how you're gonna support your family after you quit your job. Your thought process is so shallow. So now, despite my best attempt to persuade him out of it, Tom decided to voluntarily resign.
Are you sure that's true?
Of course it's true. Tom didn't thoroughly confirm with HR about his parental leave request, and he ended up losing his temper over it. That was why he resigned.
I see. Is he telling the truth?
Huh?
Hello? Tom?
Wait, what? Hello? Yikes! Tom, why is he here?
I invited him to be here! You disapproved of the fact that Tom was requesting a parental leave, and you interfered with the process. Not only that, you forged an approval letter in an attempt to deceive him to make him believe that he's going on one. In addition, you've even added him to a project that will last for an upcoming few years, to make sure he won't take a parental leave.
I never did any of that. Yes, you did. Sir, look at him. This is his true side. His true evil side. He's trying to place the blame on me when it was his own mistake. I'm sure his family wasn't too fond of the fact that he quit his job out of impulse. That's why. Don't even try. I have evidence for what you've done. What? Evidence? Yes. What the heck is going on? He clearly said that he couldn't prove it when we spoke yesterday.
Trevor.
What? Hey, Trevor. What the heck is going on? Mr. Isaac has pulled the parental leave request form that Tom submitted to HR to interfere with the request. He also forged the approval letter, and I have audio evidence for both of these matters. That's not even true! It's true. I haven't been able to request a parental leave because I was afraid of retaliation. I can't get over the fact that I would have requested it if only this man wasn't my supervisor. I talked to Trevor about this matter because I figured out how he felt about this matter. I want this company to be a place where no one has to be afraid to request a parental leave. So that was why I... But then your colleague Trevor is working hard without the leave, right? How do you feel about that? I took advantage of my situation to approach Mr. Isaac so I could get the truth from him. Why do you have to do that? My parents live close by, so they support my wife and my baby, and I'm very grateful for it. But it wasn't my first choice to rely on them. Why couldn't you just tell me about that to begin with?
Had he ever told you, you would have done what you did to me this time around.
You can't say that for sure.
But you're not entitled to that either. After interfering with Tom's parental leave, you're such a shame.
I did this for the company's sake, sir.
I've already listened to the audio recording that Trevor provided. Anything you say at this point only sounds like an excuse. I'm sorry, Trevor and Tom, for not realizing the struggles that you've been through.
Sir, this isn't your fault. That's right. This is all Mr. Isaac's fault. Sir, you would understand that this can't be possible if you listen to what I have to tell you.
And then, Isaac proceeded to go on about his personal opinions regarding parental leaves, just the way he did at the restaurant the other day. However, our CEO didn't buy his words, and he ended up digging himself a deeper hole. What I can't forgive the most is the fact that you created an environment that makes parental leave something challenging to even request, just because it went against your own philosophy. You interfered with it, and you forged a document. You haven't even given a single apology to Tom.
No, that's not true.
Trevor has been recording our conversation when I was speaking with you at the restaurant too.
Crap!
You thought you didn't have to apologize if he couldn't prove his point. You thought it was okay to let Tom resign over this. You concealed, you lied, you didn't want to apologize. You said you weren't wrong. You said you were right. You're rotten, inside out. What makes me furious the most is that you even tried to deceive me.
He has no respect for you, sir. Stop, Tom! Don't agitate him. You lied because you thought he could be deceived. Ugh. Stop growling and say something. Oh, just shut up. What's wrong with him? He's snapping back after losing all arguments. So what? It's not like you can get me out of this company.
I don't intend on doing anything to you.
right? Cheers to my employment status.
But I can't look the other way about the fact that you concealed and forged employee documents. Tom's position will be reinstated after his leave ends. And Isaac...
Hey, I'm home.
Welcome home, honey. There's something important I wanted to talk about.
Okay, what is it?
I wasn't feeling too well, so I went to see my OBGYN, and it turned out that I'm pregnant.
What?
I want you to help me out after I have my baby, so make sure you take your paternal leave.
You can't tell me that out of nowhere.
I'm not saying it out of nowhere, I'm telling you in advance. You can't tell me that you couldn't this time around. If you're still going to tell me that you can't go on a paternal leave, we're going to have to consider parting our ways.
What? You're exaggerating.
You keep telling me that you're willing to help me take care of our baby and things around the house, but you haven't been doing anything.
I've been busy with work.
And I'm also busy too. Do you think you're the only person who's busy? Do you think being a housewife, taking care of the baby and the things around the house is easy?
Gah!
Don't take parenting lightly.
Of course not. I'll do my best on a parental leave.
I'm glad to have such an understanding husband. As you are aware, I'm not going to tolerate you telling me that you tried but failed.
Oh!
It's okay. If your company denies your request, I'll do whatever it takes to make them approve it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! 2 weeks later, I stopped by the office to retrieve the parental leave approval letter. I'm so sorry. Oh, I understand that I'm not in a position to even ask for this, but once my wife has her baby, if I may please take a parental leave.
Sure, that's fine.
Jeez, you're giving yourself a special treatment. After giving so much trouble to other people's parental leave, huh?
Oh my god!
Stop acting as if you deserve pity from us. Don't ever say anything about anyone else's parental leave. Of course!
It's okay, that's enough.
Okay, Miss Melanine.
Do you now realize how paternal leave can be something important?
Yes, I do!
Paternal leave is something that everyone is entitled to. We'd be glad to approve your request once you have the baby.
Thank you so much!
On the other hand, I have an unfortunate news for you.
Huh? What news?
It's still classified, but the CEO already approves it, so I'll go ahead and tell you so you can act upon it as soon as possible. This is regarding your transfer.
Transfer?
It'll be somewhat abundant in nature, to a point where you'd have flying insects gathering around your insect-repelling bracelets. That's where your new branch is going to be at.
Oh no!
But since the area is abundant in nature, the raw food materials and water are fresh, I'm sure it will be a beneficial environment for your baby.
Oh god, no, please!
He said that he couldn't forgive you for lying to him, that Tom lost his temper for the fact that he didn't confirm with HR thoroughly enough about his paternal leave.
Does that mean I only apologized to Tom at the restaurant the other day?
I'm sure the outcome would have been different.
Oh my god, why did I not apologize? Oh!
You're also looking at a demotion.
Oh no!
This was how Isaac was demoted and transferred. His wife got extremely upset about his situation, and she ended up leaving him. However, the demotion and the transfer were only a trigger for the divorce, and there were many other reasons why she ended up breaking up with him. But I don't really know, since it's none about my family. Isaac took a pay cut and lost his wife. He'll be spending the next 20 years paying for childcare. Ew, but if only I approved his parental leave. Oh, stop, it hurts. Oh, it hurts, stop. As for me, I took full advantage of my parental leave.
I told you it would go well.
Yeah. Missy's suggestion was to target those who weren't able to go on a parental leave to negotiate with them, so they cooperate with a scheme to bring down Isaac by having them record all conversations I had with him.
I knew it would go well. You said that Trevor also got his paternal leave approved too, right?
Yup, it went exactly the way you said. Ugh, so scary. Misty is cute, but she's also scary. Trouble Busters!
Hello, sir and ma'am, living a nice, modest life together. What brings you here?
What brings us here? Why, we're here to have a look at the new apartment we bought the other day.
Excuse me, this room is offered to another client of ours, ma'am. We're canceling all construction work on this apartment building.
Wow. So this is the model room of the new apartment we're going to buy. Oh, it's so bright and vibrant. I'm feeling dizzy.
If we start living here, I'll have to start calling you Lady Melanie.
Well then, you shall be crowned Lord Allen.
This couple here are absolutely first class. I can literally hear the coins jingling. Welcome, sir. Welcome, ma'am. Come one, come all. State-of-the-art high-class apartments at your disposal. We have deals of a lifetime.
Excuse me, mind if I ask you some questions?
Oh, still here, are you? Well, I mean, we just arrived, so I want to check out a bunch of things. As you can see, everyone was very interested in the tour today, and these events are getting more popular every time. Sure seems like it. But regrettably, there are a lot of people who are unpromising, so to speak, when we host a tour like this. Huh? This is why we don't have time to deal with customers who aren't looking to buy any apartment. My name is Alan, and I'm an ordinary office worker. My wife Melanie and I lived in a company residence all our married life, and we worked hard to earn enough money to buy a house. You know what? I think I might just buy that condo.
I second that, Alan. The fact that it's that sort of condo makes it all the more meaningful.
And so, we went to a real estate agent to sign a contract to buy that condo. We've come to forge a contract to buy a condo, but that time... Oh, you're the people from, are you sure you want to buy it? Yes. I really can't recommend it. How come? The price of that property is quite high, you see. It's a nuisance for us if you cancel because you didn't get a mortgage. We won't you cause that kind of trouble. Make no mistake, I'm not condescending to you, sir. The truth is, I'm concerned that everything you do here will cause you trouble in the future. Thank you for your concern, but we'll be fine, really. My wife also likes that house. Hey, what are you doing? Well, I think you really ought to live a life that suits your status. A life is ruined by overexerting in the show-off business, after all. I filled in the contract. Yes, thanks. I was extremely annoyed with this guy's service, but now that I was assured I would get the condo, we left the real estate. I was really angry at the service attitude of that bastard Yoder. Construction of the condominium had finally begun. Hey Melanie, what do you say we check on how the condo's going as a date? Melanie and I excitedly headed for the construction site.
Wait, that guy over there.
It's Yoder. I really don't like him, but I think we ought to say hello anyway.
Good idea. A proper greeting is a golden rule for a member of society.
Good afternoon, Mr. Yoder. Do I know you? Oh, hello, sir and ma'am, living a nice, modest life together. What brings you here?
What brings us here? Why, we're here to have a look at the new apartment we bought the other day.
Excuse me, this room was offered to another client of ours, ma'am, so you don't have any room here to live. What? What do you mean? I must do good business, and there was a client who was willing to buy the condo at a higher price, so I sold it to them. What? Why would you do such a thing? As one could expect, we want clients from the higher end of society to live here. We have the right to choose our clients as well. This was not what you promised. We already signed a contract. Well, we haven't even received a penny yet. Meanwhile, our other client paid up quite immediately. Goes to show how better they are. And how was the tour of the condominium, sir, ma'am? Don't tell me you gave our room we contracted to these people. Oh, stop, Mr. Thompson, please. You sure have the nerve, I must say. How dare you! You ought to understand, with that near-perfect vision of yours, I guess you haven't studied much, so allow me. So, first of all, the outfits. Here we have an exquisite Maliani suit and a very nice Vacheron Constantine. Do you get your watch at a garage sale, Mr. Thompson? And the most important thing is how decisive this gentleman is as the breadwinner of the family. I also watched closely the interactions of people during the model room tour, you see. I shall buy this condo in one lump sum. Hey, Melanie, what about it? There's nothing going for you that helps me want to sell to you. However, since the two of you are very pure of heart, well, I can't recommend a celebrity condo downtown, but a second-hand property in the countryside is perfect. If you don't mind, I'd be happy to look for some for you.
Alan!
I couldn't think of anything to say to respond to all the sarcastic comments being thrown at me. It's true that I'm not very rich, but instead pretty frugal. I was able to afford this apartment after saving so much money. but even I should still have the right to live the life of my dreams. Hey, Alan, son. Paying Daddy a visit at his job, are we? Let the job of a capable man burn its mark on your eyes. Oh, damn, you're crying. The most of you are. Dad, please listen to me. When I told my father what had happened so far, his fury was so pure and so passionate that I could literally feel the temperature in the room rise. What the devil? This is not something to be forgiven, son. Not only did he insult my darling children, but he also went and chastised my damn job. And this was going to be my last project before retiring. How dare he crush my hopes?
For real, this is probably the last building you will personally attend to, Mr. Thompson, and that's what Alan tried his best to buy it.
I'll deal with this bullshit. Here's how the plan will be. Can you even do that? Leave it to me, son. No need to worry.
Inexcusable. Troublebusters, initiate!
I knew that as a people who work day in and day out so diligently, you would have a friend as a manual laborer. Please leave now, thinking that it was nice to meet your friend here. The beer after manual labor must be so delicious. You don't have the taste of enjoying a glass of red wine in such a high-end condominium, eh? How dare you condescend to construction work? How can you call yourself a goddamn real estate agent? Yoder, it's over. We're canceling all construction work on this apartment building. Huh? Has your brain been so deep-fried that dreamland be seeping into reality? President Mulligan? It's been a while. This is Alan Thompson. What? President Mulligan? The person whom I contacted was none other than Wayne Mulligan, president of the real estate agency in charge of this new apartment building. I explained what had happened so far and told him that my father was canceling his contract for the work. Right after that... yes, hello? This is Logan Yoder. Huh? What? King is my father, by the way. One of the most skilled architects and carpenters around. King, my dad, comes from a family of carpenters since his grandfather's time, and he's so renowned for his expertise that he was personally asked by Japan's government to restore temples considered national treasures. Temple architects do not use nails or iron rods for the framework of the building, nor does he use machines. Everything is done by hand, and requires a special ability to read the wood well to bring them together perfectly to build these treasures. Did you know about the framework of this new condominium building? I manage the place, damn it, of course I know! A bridge into future generations, organic architecture to build a better tomorrow. Indeed, organic architecture. This building has a concept of fusing the old traditional architecture with the contemporary. It's gaining popularity especially because it captures the intentions of people and corporations concerned with SDGs. I know that. You sought to buy this condominium and that's why you probably researched that. Even if you arrogantly boast such knowledge, no one will praise you saying, "Oh, Alan, so smart, so handsome." So I'm sure you know, Yoder, who are highly educated and intelligent, how many architects there are who can make such buildings? Sure. These architects are just lying around all over the place, aren't they? It's like making a plastic model of Gundam. Hammer nails, glue pieces together, and solve the puzzle. Bastards such as you simply cannot sew houses! Please don't shout so loudly, Mr. Thompson! Dad here is the representative of the architectural company Edifice Construction, made up of a group of temple architects. Wait, what? Edifice Construction? The construction company that handles most of our company's condominiums? A representative? Such a person now wants to cancel the contract. The contract forged with your real estate, that is. What? Huh? If you cancel the contract, who will build our condominiums? Who knows? One thing's clear, though. The work we've done for you for many years has always been damn near perfect. We can confidently let another take over, and our pride won't be tainted. But if you abandon a project during its construction, won't that hurt your career too? So instead of telling me to cancel, let's just continue on with the plan. And who the hell do you think made Dad make this decision? Are you saying it's my fault? I'm very proud of my work, boy. I've become an architect not just of buildings, but of love, happy families, and better lives for countless people. Especially this building, my greatest project yet. This was also my father's idea. The trees sacrificed to become a part of this building have always protected us, and I expect people to love the trees for their part in the world. That rooftop garden that exploits plants' function of keeping heat out of buildings to a great degree too, that was also Dad's idea. And yet, this building, to which I've put in so much... Yoder! You took away its sanctity with your goddamn greed for money and luxury! You dare deprive Alan and Melanie, who've put in insane work to save up for a condo of their own, to some rich couple? I didn't deprive them of it. I just thought I could find a home more suited to them, you see. And who, pray tell, asked you to do that? I wanted this condo because of what it is.
I agree. This building would be my father-in-law King's last chef-d'oeuvre before putting down his hammer, and we really wanted it because of that.
In that case, you ought to have told me that when you first stopped by. Then I would have obliged. Obliged? You still have that nonsense in that pea brain of yours. You would have obliged to Alan, the son of a top representative of edifice construction? Why are you angry, sir? I don't understand. You're a very accomplished carpenter. You have my respect. And I'm telling you that I would oblige the son of such an individual with great care as well. You look at clients and see what they're worth in cash. That's why you have that mentality. You can't put a price on the hopes and dreams of people who want to buy a house. That's true, Yoder. I work hard based on Dad's principles. No matter who it is, without even considering money, one ought to think about how to make their clients the happiest as possible. That is how business can bring together harmoniously, is it not?
Oh, Mr. Thompson, Alan, the respect is insane.
Oh my frickin' god! All I'm hearing is annoying yapping about the cheesiest frickin' bullshit I've ever heard in my life. I've never been so done with people before. I'm like a pretty mushroom forest that grew in my ears listening to you two Romeos.
What the? Despite them trying their best to explain, with all their hearts?
Stupid mentalities like that are long outdated, people. The world is different. Take that smelly pile of medieval sentimentality horseshit and throw it all into the incinerator for the love of God. Think about how to make people the happiest as possible. You damn blockheads are in among the clouds. To work is to make money. Even a family is a mere asset to living decently. Today is the day rationalism and philanthropy is yesterday's shit. Yoder, you son of a bitch! What are you doing stating your negative IQ theories on how the world works? Mr. Thompson, sir, I am speechless. Please, I must beg of you to reconsider canceling the contract. I also must, sir. You and Edifice Construction are the only people I can turn to for the realization of my dreams as a real estate agent. I appreciate the words, but I understand your passion, Mulligan, and yours, Sawyer. That's exactly why I wanted to dedicate myself to this project. But Mulligan, your employee here is an abomination. The compassion for clients and the love for houses are zilch. This is my huge mistake, sir. I've unwillingly let the education of my employees lose its standards. We will do our best to become a company that nurtures people and their dreams, so please, forgive us. Right, Miss Mulligan. Please. Have you any idea how many people you're affecting with that inhumane materialistic mentality of yours? I am affecting people, sir. I believe the problem is that stubborn grandpa over here thinks it's okay to quit his job. I'll speak in terms of numbers so you'll understand. If you don't apologize, the construction of this new building we'll be managing will immediately cease. The damages will amount to $50 million. The company will go bankrupt, people will lose their jobs, and their families will be plunged into misery. What? That much effect? And this whole situation will come about all because of you, Logan Yoder. Think you can be responsible for this, No, scratch that. You will be held responsible for this. We will sue you and demand compensation and damages.
Well, looky, the party just got interesting. Life is cruel, for real.
What? No, I didn't plan for a life like that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was completely in the wrong. Please forgive me. And just like that, he becomes frickin' weak. This is ridiculous. So, will you forgive me? Hell no, bastard. I don't want to be responsible. That's why you're apologizing. You still think you never did anything wrong.
Of course, keep an open heart for others' happiness. I don't sense any growth in that domain.
Everything will be fine as long as you hold true to the direction of the wind. Yeah, stupid optimist, la-di-da-di-da. Flowers everywhere. Quite literally, the scummy bacteria in the gut. The kind that gives people infections at a moment's notice, driving them to sepsis. If we show him the slightest of kindness here, he'll frickin' turn back to what he was a minute ago. Perish the thoughts, please. I'm so moved by your deep philosophical mentalities, Mr. Thompson, Senior and Junior. So moved that I've been reborn. If scummy bacteria in the gut are together with beneficial ones, they'll become good themselves sometimes, right? That's what I am. That spirit of self-sacrifice in the name of others. That has completely eradicated my selfishness like how better hygiene wipes polio. President Mulligan, my decision still stands. I will withdraw all personnel, tools, and technology as of henceforth. Mr. Thompson, sir, I beg you. Please reconsider. Save us, please. Hold on. Does that mean that this condo's construction will not be done by Edifice Construction? Well, sir, this is just a matter of business between us and... In the event that is true, the contract is cancelled. Give me back my money immediately. Please, sir, let's not be hasty here. While it may not be completely by Edifice Construction, I solemnly promise that we will provide you with a very nice condo. I'm in no mood to listen to your ridiculous excuses, Yoder. I wanted to buy because it was being constructed by Edifice Construction. They use top-notch technology to make things without any compromises whatsoever. On the contrary, I would love to hear of any other construction companies that can produce the same quality. You're absolutely right, sir. Yoda, as you can see, the moment Mr. King Thompson withdraws from this project, the lives that so many people have built will be shattered. That's not fair! I merely endeavored to evict the poor from this fine property, and because of that, my dream of the life of an elite that I had envisioned has shattered into pieces. It's my fault for hiring someone like you who judges people by their wealth. I will make sure that people like you, who have affected so many people so negatively that it was as though you blew a mist of pestilence and misfortune onto us all, are punished so severely that you wished you were dead. What are you?
He's gonna buy you a one-way ticket to the train bound for the 9 circles of hell, buddy.
No! Please, forgive me! King sir, Alan sir, I shall repent for my actions so much. I'm willing to lick away any filth from your shoes if you so wish. Help me! Yoder's company went on to sue him and demanded $600,000 in damages. A life of debt repayments, seemingly without an end, had begun. After that, he was cut off from his family due to the debt he owed to his parents, and his wife divorced him too. Seems like he's fallen into a very sad life in a tiny, dilapidated apartment where the only happiness was found in dreamland. And as for the apartment, President Mulligan and the architect Samuel Sawyer visited Dad every day and kept begging for his forgiveness in return. Inspired by this enthusiasm, Dad decided to continue with the contract. After some time, it was completed and immediately sold out. Many families are starting a new, happy life in the new rooms. That goes for us too. We officially purchased a room in the building as planned. President Mulligan, as a heartfelt apology, offered us a room on the top floor at a huge bargain price. But I politely declined this offer. I instead bought a condo on the second floor of the building and started a new life with Melanie. And how are you two in this new home? Frickin' awesome, Dad! It's literally the perfect home to build a family!
A new house and a new family member.
Yes, indeed. After lots of hope, Melanie is now pregnant. My job from now on is to create a wonderful family in this house full of hopes and dreams. Troublebusters!
Miss Sharon, what are you doing? We're actually meeting up at noon, Miss Helen. I just told you it was 7 o'clock by accident. My mistake, sweetie. But all of our friends are already at the airport and it's almost time to leave. What? Oh, hello, ladies.
Oh, Miss Helen.
Going someplace nice today? Thalia, Megan, let's just go.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, let's just go. We're gonna learn the secrets of making crispy fried chicken.
Yes, that's right.
But can I make any as delicious as yours, Miss Sharon? Oh, you'll be fine. I'll be here to supervise you.
I cannot thank you enough.
My name is Helen, in the Who Can Make the Best Pasta contest a few months ago.
Helen! With all the judges voting unanimously, our victor today is Miss Helen Thompson. Well then, Master Helen, if you would care to comment.
Please excuse me, I just remembered something to do. Ever since, Miss Sharon has behaved in a completely hostile manner towards me, and although it's not something fatal to my social life, it still makes me feel uncomfortable every time. Am I the asshole for not taking it easy during the contest?
No, you're not, Helen. If you cut back on it, wouldn't that just be a sloppy dish?
That's true, I guess.
Why don't you just break off the friendship?
Eh?
You don't have to force yourself to be friends with...
Miss Sharon's son and our darling Sadie are good friends, Alan. I don't want us, their parents, to fight over things and make our children's relationship deteriorate.
Ah, I see. If you do think about your daughter, it really isn't a relationship that you can easily break, huh? Sorry, Helen.
Your understanding is all I need, honey. But I wonder...
What's the matter? Who's that from?
Miss Sharon. Hello? What? You want to make amends? Yes, indeed I do. You know, since the contest in our cooking class, you started acting a little weird, right? But as time went on, I'm starting to think that maybe I was in the wrong too. At least a little bit. And I had an idea. In an attempt to bury the hatchet and the awkwardness so far with it, I was wondering if we could go on a little trip overseas or something. Is that so? Yes, ma'am. So I would love for you to join us, Miss Helen. Of course, Miss Sharon. Thank you for inviting me. Great, we're meeting up at noon. We'll be traveling as a group, so if you're late, we'll leave you behind. Please be careful. I got it. It's a 2-night, 3-day, costing around $3,000, so if you miss the flight, you'll be in hell, Miss Helen. $3,000 for a weekend trip? For an overseas trip, that kind of price is normal, dear. But $3,000 seems pretty tight for my husband. Thank you so much, Alan. No, ma'am, scratch that. Everything's fine. Thank you so much. Okay, then. Boy, did I sleep well. Yes, there are many calls. Yes, hello? Miss Sharon, what are you doing? Everyone's already here. Arrived and it's almost time to leave. We're actually meeting up at noon, Miss Helen. I just told you it was 7 o'clock by accident. My mistake, sweetie. No, listen, all the mums are already here at the airport and the plane is going to be leaving soon. Huh? What? Everyone's pretty pissed, Miss Sharon, so it's better if you hurry. What? Why? Why is everyone so pissed? Well, it's a little difficult for me to say. You see... Shut up! Nothing out of you will help me anyway!
Hey now, what's wrong, Sharon? Flying into a tantrum like this.
I'll explain later, Aiden, honey. Helen's saying some weird shit and is trying to trick me.
Did she do anything that seems like a trap you might fall into?
I'm telling you, I'll explain everything to you once things calm down. You just take care of Trevor, please.
Yeah. My apologies, Your Majesty.
The bitch, Helen, you stupid frickin' cheap liar, you. Oh, it's connect... Helen, did you do something? What? No, I did not, ma'am. Miss Helen, lend me your phone if you please. This is Thalia. You stupid idiot, Thalia. What the hell is all this? Depending on the situation, I swear to God I'll treat you with the same punishment as Helen. You'll forgive me, Miss Sharon, but No, not I. All of us are so done with your stupid tyranny. You'll burn in hell for this. Mark my frickin' words. The plane tickets, the hotel, it was all in my name. I'm in charge of all of that. How do you frickin' propose to go on a trip, eh? Think a bit before you frickin' speak, you brainless housemaid. Miss Sharon, this is Megan. You who took the lead in organizing this trip. Hell yeah, I did. You better thank me big time. I'm sorry to say this, but other than yourself, Miss Sharon, no one will be going on that trip. Wait, what? Miss Sharon, you are overcharging us with travel and hotel expenses, are you not? Overcharging? What do you mean by that? I'm asking if you're embezzling any of our money, you see. What? I'm not embezzling anything. What is the meaning of this? Allow me to explain everything to you. However, I am still shocked to see you do such a thing. Hello there, Miss Thompson. I'm Megan Grenier from Sadie's school.
Ah, Miss Grainer. Please take good care of my wife on the next overseas trip of yours.
Yes, sir.
I've been a little worried because Helen hasn't been feeling too well lately.
Ah, I understand. It's a real pleasure to be able to travel with Miss Helen this time.
But needless to say, going overseas with a bunch of friends sounds like a boomer. Was it a group decision, or,
Oh no, Miss Sharon can speak French, and she knows her way around overseas, so we left it to her.
Huh, is that so? However, the total cost of the whole trip being $3,000 and all, could you be going to Europe in that case?
No, sir, we're going to a place called Traveler's Isles.
What? $3,000 for a trip to the Traverse Isles? No, that's too expensive. No matter how expensive the trip can be, you can go to that place for no more than $1,500.
Excuse me?
Yes, ma'am. I've personally been to the Traverse Isles many times, so I'm very sure.
And so, Megan asked multiple travel agencies about the best price for flights and hotel to the Traveler's Isles for 2 nights and found out that she could go there for $1,480, including tax. In other words, you were trying to embezzle $1,500 worth of money. The total amount to $7,500. This is a great scam, isn't it? What do you mean? Toxic form. Deception breathing, are we, Miss Sharon? If you check the name of the hotel on your flight ticket, finding the truth was child's play. If you still insist on lying, by all means, I'll report this matter to your husband. We've informed everyone in the Mother's group chat of your plot to collect $3,000 from each person at the airport on the day of the trip, so I think it'll be difficult to get away with anything. Oh, wait, but please! Wait, please! Don't tell my husband! Personally, I really don't want to cause any trouble, but the other mums are very upset. While it all ended as an attempt to scam them out of money, the worst was prevented. But they were about to be defrauded of $1,500 after all. This is a misunderstanding. No, this is different. The extra was like service fees for arranging everything. Ladies, it seems that the requested travel fee of $3,000 from Miss Sharon included $1,500 in service fees for herself. Wait a minute, why would you tell them? $1,500 for mere service fees? That's just freaking insane! I dare you to underestimate us once again, bitch. Yep, everyone's angrier than ever, Miss Sharon. I mean, obviously, I'm sure they would. Frick, woman, literally anyone would get angry if they heard the details like that. You a stupid magpie or what? Use your head a little before frickin' talking, damn it. Oh, is it retaliation form, deception breathing this time, Miss Sharon? I think you ought to know your place in the situation. I believe it's you yourself who has to use her head before frickin' talking. I understand. I'm coming right away. I'm coming right now to apologize. Are you really? The plane is about to leave, you see, and if you want to apologize to us, you'd better hurry. Oh, and by the way, we changed to a travel deal of $800 for 2 nights and 3 days, so we don't need the ticket that you have, nor will we stay at the hotel you reserved. Unforgivable. Troublebuster, initiate. This is the consensus of all of us mothers now. No, why? So what should I do about the cancellation fees for the flight and hotel? We'll be leaving in another hour. But no one told me about that. Why? Why is this happening? First, I'll change, of course. No, I should first put all of my luggage in the trunk. Where are all my clothes that I bought for the trip? Where the frick are you? Hurry, that's all you need to prepare. Oh wait, I have to put on makeup. We'll be leaving now. Take care of Trevor for me.
Damn. Sure, honey.
Hey, taxi! Taxi takes 20 minutes from here to the airport. Looks like my days in track paid off. I forgot my wallet! Driver, sir, could you please take me back to my house?
Well, guess it can't be helped if you forgot your wallet. What? Did you forget something? Whoa, Sharon, your phone.
Sorry, honey, I'm in a huge hurry.
Hey, Sharon. That woman is a piece of work. Hey, darling, let's meet up at the usual hotel after your trip, okay? Hey? I'll never forget that hot night we had together. Oh, can't forget the night before that, and before that, and before that. Hurry up and divorce your husband and come be with me, darling. Ah, this is interesting.
Come the frick on, you stupid elevator! Times like these are so frustrating. It looks like I can still make it to the airport. Come on! Shake a frickin' cable, damn it! Keep the change, buddy. Thanks a bunch. I'm gonna make it. There you are. Guys, please, listen to me. Please. This is all a misunderstanding. A complete misunderstanding. I'll buy the same tickets as you guys now. Could anyone tell me what to get? Please? Tomorrowland Airlines Flight 208 at 12:10 p.m. Wait, Miss Helen. I sure hope you know what you're doing. Let's at least listen to her redeem herself. She's pretty much put her life in danger to be here now. Thank you, Miss Helen. Please wait a moment. I'll buy a ticket right away. Thank you for waiting. No one is waiting, though. This bitch! Harsh, Miss Thalia, indeed. No one cares, but can you shake a damn leg? Trying to steal not only my money, but also my time now? Yes. I'll clear up any misunderstandings now.
Excuse me, ma'am. May I have your passport for a moment?
My passport. Yes, sir. One moment. Oh, what?
Ma'am, the plane will leave very soon. You must hurry.
I know that. Shut up. No way. I forgot my passport. My passport's in the other suitcase. I forgot to transfer it to this one. Looks like I forgot my passport. So, could you wait for me? It's over. Yep, finished. I'm really sorry, Miss Helen. So am I, Miss Helen. Really sorry. It's all right, ladies. I think that's just how influential Miss Sharon really was. Even so, I really can't forgive her. For real, what a bitch. Got what she deserved. Wait!
Ma'am, you're causing so much trouble.
I'm in more trouble than you guys, bucko. Please! Don't tell my husband! In the end, Sharon couldn't get on the plane and her relationship with her friends deteriorated down to shattered crumbs. It was already wrong of her to lie to me about the time, but above all, embezzling $1,500 from each person is way too far over the line. Even if she wanted to sincerely apologize, full of regret, I couldn't. Well, I guess I can only say that it was her own fault, I suppose. After that, Sharon returned home and went on to call me. She went through the trouble of calling me this time, but I wanted to enjoy the trip, so I decided to put it off until later. In any case, I really don't think anything bad will happen to her anymore.
You got some messages from some mother fricker named Travis, Sharon?
Oh, is that so? I'm sorry, honey. I was in a hurry and I forgot my phone.
Don't worry about it. Thanks to you, I found out that you've been cheating on me, eh?
What are you?
Passcode 1098.
Huh?
Your favorite Ducati motorcycle. Bingo! A brain-dead number helps me tremendously. Apparently, it's been going on since you first got married with me, eh?
No, this is not what you think.
Incoming message from Sharon, henceforth known as Miss Whore. I'm so done. Aiden's the worst. When he comes home, I can barely breathe. Incoming message from Casanova. Poor darling Sharon, I want to comfort you. Incoming message from Miss Whore. Please comfort me. Make me beg for more. Incoming message from Casanova. Whoa, you're making me hard. Hey, can't we meet up, like, now? Well now, seems like these transactions after have been going on at a pace of 3 times a week. And you frickin' ghost me, eh? Incoming message from Miss Whore. This body belongs to you, Travis. I don't want anyone else to touch me. Incoming message from Casanova. Not even your hubby. Incoming message from Miss Whore. Of course.
No, Aiden, that's not...
Seems to me like you really want to divorce me when the time is right and be with this Prince Travis Charming of yours, eh?
No, that's just Travis saying bullshit.
Alright then, if you insist, I'll make that wish come true. Hey yo, is that you, Axel? It's me. Can I ask you to find someone? Yeah, bro. I'll send you a photo. Yeah, it will be troublesome if they get violent. So make sure you bring Bison with you, eh? Yeah, that's it. Not a peaceful case. Apparently, my wife wants to abandon me and remarry this cuttlefish. And what's more, they're probably also using my money for their sex games.
That would mean...
Yeah, that's right. I won't ever forgive anyone who takes away money, which is the most important thing to me after life itself. That's how we lived, eh, buddy boy? Well then, you can do what you do best. Don't worry, sweetheart. I will take responsibility and definitely get you two married.
No thanks, I'm good.
You, of all goddamn people in this world, know that if I say so, it'll be done. As my ex-wife now, you know what's coming for him.
No.
Well then, shall we go see Prince Travis Charming?
Forgive me, it was all just a fling. I was lonely, I was tired raising Trevor and all.
Don't you dare blame my son. You're frickin' rotten. Rotten to the very core of that pathetic heart of yours. If you want to run away, you can run away by all means. Your life will only get darker and blacker as your sins add up, bitch.
What? What should I do? Aiden is a monster. One word from him, it'll be done. What'll happen to me? What will happen to me? After that, Sharon's life became a living hell. I'll leave it at that.
Delicious!
Hallelujah! Troublebusters.
Cleaning now?
Troy.
Wait, what? Why did you change it so quickly? That towel was just replaced this morning and only Dad used it since.
I always change the towels after your father uses them, honey.
And why can't you use the same towel that he used, eh?
Because...
My name is Troy, and I'm a 31-year-old officeman who's angry at my wife Laura for treating my father like dirt. Today, I asked some of my relatives to call me online in an attempt to make them empathize with my anger. And now you know. Isn't that a bit much for my wife? Don't you think so, Miss Helen? Alan? Melanie?
No, I don't think so, to be honest.
Actually, I think you're the one that's in the wrong, Troy. I honestly think so too. Poor Laura must have put up with it for quite a bit. I think an apology would be best before you explode in fury.
Why am I the one at fault here? She said she doesn't want to use the towels that Dad rubbed his mouth with. I just don't get it. And Dad only uses those towels after he brushes his teeth. It should be fairly clean, right?
I really can't agree, buddy.
What do you mean?
You are wiping the area around your mouth. There may be saliva. Yes, it could be construed as a form of indirect kissing, and whether he's your father-in-law doesn't really matter. That situation is a pretty delicate thing.
No, wait a second. Kissing? What are we, 12? Towels are something the whole family uses together, aren't they? And yet she doesn't want to use them. So Dad really isn't a part of her family, is he? She only looks at him as a pile of disgusting filth, eh? That's why I went and told her. You're the worst, you know that.
What? Why am I?
I'm not a teacher that teaches morals to people. You think about it real hard and you'll get there. That's basically the gist of what I told Laura. Oh, boy.
You are the one who has to think about it real hard, Troy. To be quite precise, your father is, from your wife's perspective, a stranger who is as close to her as her family as can be.
Right? He would be extremely close to my family, right? That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm telling her not to chastise Dad. A stranger is as close to family as can be is still a stranger, bro. Flying distance, trajectory, these have no say in a foul. A foul ball is a foul ball no matter what. It's never a home run.
The fact that you just told us about him brushing his teeth before using the towels, is he staying over with you now?
He was with us for a week, and he went back home this morning.
What? He was at your place for a whole week? In that case, the considerate personality on Laura's part must have been gargantuan. I don't think I could endure it.
What's more, I doubt she ever complained to you about letting your father stay for a while. Or rather, it's just compromise after compromise after compromise.
Overall, I think that it's you who ought to apologize, Troy.
What? Why? Did I tell her in advance that Dad would be staying for a week? Yes. And did Laura agree to that? Yes. If you're an adult, you should take responsibility for what you do and say. Maybe it's because she's been a housewife for a long time, but she's completely off in that aspect. Why, just a few days ago, while Dad was staying there, she said,
Whenever he was around to be with our son, it makes the housework a lot easier for me.
it would be worse to treat him like dirt as soon as he went home. In any case, compared to Laura, who seemed to sacrifice lots for your sake and for your father's, you haven't done anything to her in return, have you? Isn't it a little stupid to ask people to do this and that for you, but not do anything yourself?
Did you actually support her with anything during your father's stay?
No, it's the job of the wife to support. Besides, our visitor was my father, so I didn't really pay attention to her, really. So the problem is my wife. Before the man himself, she treats him like royalty. But the moment he returns home, she treats him like a trash bag. No matter how you look at it, Laura is the one at fault here.
But it's actually dirty anyway.
Why? How? Everyone brushes their teeth, you know. And at the end, you put your mouth with water, and then you wipe your mouth. Everyone does it. I do it, and so does Laura. But I want to say that I shouldn't just point fingers at my father and treat him like something dirty. I'm just saying that I don't think it's fair that she points at him, calling him out when she does the same things too. Thereafter, I tried my best to explain everything, and to make everyone see my side of the story, but no one agreed with me. Huh. A woman is a woman's ally after all. No, man, you're forgetting me. You are a guy, Alan, yes. However, you are a pathetic guy, under the influence of Melanie. Sorry, but you won't be helpful to me. With that, I ended the call and went to sleep for the rest of the night.
Good morning.
What is this? How could she have the moxie to smile? Think you can pretend that yesterday's gaffe never happened with a good snooze?
What? Why? Are you still not finished with what happened yesterday?
Because when he comes again, you'll only do the same thing, right? If so, I wouldn't say the problem's been solved yet.
I see. Then by all means, proceed.
Why can't you just admit your mistakes? I also brush my teeth and wipe my mouth on those towels, Laura.
Yes, that's right. The towel you use, I can also use normally. If I can't accept that, I can't bear your child, can I?
Tell me why I'm okay and my father is a big no-no.
But I just told you.
I don't get it. That's why I'm...
You'll be late, honey. I'm only accepting Mr. Smith because he's your father, Troy. And I'm only allowing him to come because you want him to and I love you. I'm not telling you to appreciate what I'm sacrificing for your sake, but I don't want you to take me for granted, even more so when it comes to your criticism. If you're still not satisfied, I suggest you spend time with him on your days off.
Still unconvinced, I decided to ask my drinking buddies as well as the master of the bar I frequent. My point is that I don't want her to treat Dad like a dirty rag. And my wife retorts, even though I have my hands pretty full with housework and childcare, I also had to deal with him. What more do you freaking want? I just want to get my point across, but we aren't progressing because of her lack of flexibility.
That's not your wife's fault, Troy. It's yours. Your argument is founded on the wrong part of the story. You should be figuring out why is your father being treated harshly by your wife, and who is at fault for causing the problem in the first place.
If that's the case, even though she's family just like Dad, she'd more likely be an unreasonably picky and ironic wife, wouldn't she?
Hell nah! The source of the whole problem is the old man, Troy. The way he uses the bathroom or something is definitely grossing her out so much. Not skipping brushing your teeth, cleaning up any saliva that drips down yourself. These are good manners.
If you saw someone in front of you spill food out of their mouth onto the table without doing shit, wouldn't you think, damn, this person is disgusting? I would, dude. That's what your wife's trying to tell you. If you've got the time to think of arguments to blame your wife, why don't you use that time to criticize your poor judgments and fix your old man's manners, eh?
That's right. It's unreasonable to blame your wife in this matter.
Your wife and your father are not family, dude.
Your wife loves you, and that's why she can use the towels you use too.
I wouldn't use any towels that have been used by strangers.
In any case, I'd bet 1,000 nickels you leave all the work and entertainment to her while you act as supervisor, ordering this and that, left, right, and center.
Who are you to complain about that? Unreasonable is an understatement. When it comes to taking care of my son, though, he's crying much less at night now, and even during the day should be better now. I honestly think it's stupid to say she's trying so hard. No, even you are doing your best in what you do, aren't you? In that case, if your wife asks you to take care of your father on your own next time, you should accept it. You really think I have the time for that?
You really think she has the time for that, bucko? Why are you giving special treatment to yourself? Looking down on housewives, are you?
No, that's not true. But since I'm bringing home the bacon, it's probably harder for me.
There's no such thing as superiority or inferiority in this case. You're crazy, bro.
It's also your own damn fault that your work is so hard on you now.
If you don't like it, find a job that's easier for you. Don't impose your lack of skill on your wife. You have the freedom to choose your career, but although we can say she has some, she has nowhere near the freedom you have. It's 1,000,000 times harder for your wife than it is for you. What kind of nerve do you have to force your parents onto her, eh?
Getting off track again. But how can I help my wife see sense and treat people fairly? That's what I want to know. Towels are meant to be shared, right? I think it's too self-conscious not to be able to use the towels after Dad used it, since it's something we share as a family. After all, my wife welcomes Dad into the house, you know? If my wife thought of it too much for her, she would ask me not to invite him over, much less take care of him and entertain him. But on the surface, she's nice to him. But when he goes back home, she treats him rather unfairly. I'm just saying that the complete 180 here isn't making her look good. Well, I can understand the logic there, but I guess there's a reason why she never behaves that way in front of him. Well, yeah, I guess. Then things should be alright then. But as you yourself said a few minutes ago, Troy, there are some wives who won't even want to let their father-in-law come into the house, let alone entertain them.
And you just do what you do without breaking a sweat.
Well, that would make any wife angry. You had better apologize quickly before she leaves you, bro.
In any case, don't force any connection you think you forged. Even you feel like you can't use something that some random stranger just used, right? Did you know that everyone has that feeling? It's just that each person has a different tolerance. In any case, you're taking your wife's words too seriously. No wonder she can't tell you she doesn't welcome your father. If you think about it a little, she should be easy to understand. Try imagining this instead. Your wife's mother prepared a home-cooked meal for you. Honestly, it's not so good. So then she asks you, "How is it, dear? Can you really say that it wasn't delicious?"
I won't say it. I can't say it, rather.
There you go. That's what that all means. You have to be considerate of your partner's parents. Understand now?
Doesn't she have to be considerate with me, too, though?
You've got some guts to say that when you yourself don't even care for her that much either. At least be flexible enough for her to tell you her concerns. And when she vents, you tell her. You did this all for me? Thank you so much.
Hold on a second. I still don't think you understand what I'm saying. I can't really say this well. This is different. Something's off. I'm gonna tell you again, alright? I told Laura in advance that Dad was going to stay over for a week, and my wife understood that and accepted. Moreover, for her, having him come over is a plus, she says. I know this because she told me and him she can get more housework done. This guy is a damn heat brain! And the moment he went home, she immediately started cleaning the sink, cleaning the whole damn bathroom and changed the towels. It was like a festival of disinfection. This isn't after some random old man stayed with us, you know? It was my father, my family. Aren't you being rude about that? Please stop acting unreasonably like that. That's what I told her. I just want Laura to accept my request. Right? You don't know what's wrong with me, right?
Matter how many times you tell us, seems like your wife just responded like a proper adult.
You really think you can wipe your mouth on the towels that your wife's parents used too? No, that's impossible. Because my wife's parents are strangers to me.
Wait, huh? I'm so confused.
Because as soon as Laura took my last name, she became my family. Even Dad has the same last name. Saying that a member of the family can't use the same towels their relatives use themselves is ridiculous.
Why do you consider your wife's parents to be strangers, but to her, your own parents are classified as family? How about you take that meatloaf between your ears to the car wash? Your wife married you, Troy, not your family.
So, you would forgive your husband for treating your parents like scum, Miss Sharon?
If that's the case, then it can't be helped, can it? It's actually dirty in any case.
Even though you could pick up your son's shit with your bare hands without any hesitation? That means you choose people based on how they look?
Yes, exactly.
No matter how close a family member can be, I wouldn't want any saliva to be spread all around the bathroom.
Not to mention the fact that you're not the one cleaning it up. But it's disgusting that you dare to complain to her about her behavior.
I do what I can too. It's not like I leave everything to my wife.
Enough with that apeshit story, Troy. I've had enough.
The worst thing of all is that while your wife acted as though the fight had never happened, but then you frickin' brought it up again. Looks like a case where you're found guilty, 9-1. And then when anyone would think you'd open your mouth to say that you thought about it and wanted to apologize, you boast through and through that you ain't in the wrong. In the long run, bro, she's gonna leave, and it'll be too late after that.
I think the reason why you're angry that your father's treated like scum is because your parents' bias is way too strong. And scummy people are scummy, whether it's your parents or somebody else's. How can you not understand that?
Don't y'all understand that I hate feeling like the respect and dignity my parents deserve are being trampled on?
No disgusting vermin who brushes his teeth with his mouth wide open and sprays his saliva everywhere deserves respect. No dignity whatsoever either. Guess you can't even imagine what she thinks about the saliva all over the place, or how she feels while she cleans everything up. I feel sorry for Laura, truly.
Oh, wow. Everyone always frickin' criticizes me. This is stupid. I'm gonna piss. Thomas, get my bill ready for God's sake. Get my bill ready. Bruh, the throwdown between fans of the Steelers and the Bengals are long overdue.
Thomas, no one will understand that reference.
A bar where you can't complain about anything ain't no frickin' bar. My last hope was to ask Miss Hana, the proprietress of my favorite Japanese restaurant, for a word.
I understand your situation.
I just want my wife to fix the parts that she doesn't like, you see.
Well, now no need to get heated. Your wife cleans the bathroom that your father used. She also takes care of him and entertains him. She doesn't mind him staying for a week. Isn't that a good wife to you in your eyes?
Well, fair enough, ma'am. I do feel grateful for that.
And besides that, it seems that you understood it as your father is, unsanitary. But I believe what she was saying was that the way your father used the bathroom is unsanitary.
It's true. She never directly called my father scummy.
I didn't think so. If your wife thinks that your father himself is unsanitary, she wouldn't even bring him into the house.
Perhaps I made a huge mistake? I'm beginning to wonder if I had done something wrong to my wife, ma'am.
If you think so, apologize to her and solve the problem together.
Understood, ma'am.
When you apologize, be honest and don't have any excuses. I absolutely forbid you to criticize her. This time the wife has made enough compromises. Don't ask for more. If you do ask for too much, only resentment shall remain. The secret to a harmonious marriage is to maintain a perfect balance by making your own points heard while listening to hers too.
Is that so, ma'am?
It is, dear child. And lastly, when it comes to this matter, asking your father to use the bathroom cleanly is much more effective than telling your wife to change. The washroom will be kept clean and your father won't have to embarrass himself somewhere else either. Your wife's dissatisfaction will also be addressed, and your efforts to resolve the issue will make you look brilliant in her eyes. It's full of good things.
Well, if you say so, Miss Hana, I feel I ought to make it happen.
Well then, to arms, child. Promise me you won't blame your wife and you will apologize sincerely.
Understood, ma'am. I promise.
It seems like your relatives have come.
Thomas informed me Troy might be here, Miss Hana.
I'm terribly sorry, ma'am. Even you were inconvenienced. Your concern is futile, dear child. It's my job to listen to my guests, and the problem has already been resolved.
What? Really?
Hasn't it been, Troy?
Yes, ma'am. I was able to understand what you and everyone else have been telling me. Not with my head, but with my heart, Miss Hana.
Then tell us specifically how you understand it.
Well, Laura never said that she disliked Dad, but implied that she disliked the bathroom and the way I brush my teeth, right?
What the?
It's over. This prick is a lost cause.
We need to do something.
After this, I was surrounded by Miss Hana and my relatives, and they all explained to me what had gone wrong. Conclusion, in a general aesthetic sense, while Dad is my father, the fact that he's an old man now supersedes it somehow. And I'm apparently crazy not to feel uncomfortable to see his juices come out of his mouth and spread all over the sink. And using a towel wiped by such a filthy middle-aged man is an immeasurable mental abomination. There are different boundaries as to what is considered unsanitary, but if Laura hates it, I ought to make the compromise. I lied before, but now I can say I fully understand the situation from my heart, not my head. A troublebuster moment had befallen me, and I was going to take action.
I guess they knew from your replies to me that you probably had zero empathy for your friends and relatives, and gave you hell tonight. And you went to your favorite bars and restaurants, got broken down and reassembled, and finally felt like apologizing, eh?
That's right. Do you think you can find it in yourself to forgive me?
Does not forgiving you mean divorce? You know, how many years do you think I've seen how intensely you assume things and how insensitive you are to other people's emotions?
Huh?
If you keep getting angry over things like this, I won't be able to serve as your wife for much longer, Troy.
Thank you, darling. My wife easily forgave me even though I was at huge fault. I'm so grateful to all the people who have been involved with stupid me. My relatives, my drinking buddies, and Miss Hannah. Patience does pay off in the end, I suppose. Troublebusters!